laptop
Yeah.
in front of me, and I've just got the uni laptop because it's got a quieter keyboard. So I can pull up like
Nice.
like trailers as they go live because they usually go live like as soon as they air.
Yeah.
So I can just go back and look at details
Nice.
if need be.
Mixer's still loading, by the way. Oh, we forgot to hit the switch. Let's see here. Live now for the pre-show, and soon chaos. Yeah. Hyped as hell for today. I probably should close down my this. The nice thing about like learning about how like YouTube's still got a lot of work to do in terms of
Hmm.
like, hey, actually not being like, like a bad platform to stream from, but still, the editor, the fact that I can cut this out and jump right into the show, etc., like late after the fact, because I have these things now auto archived to unlisted, and then it's like, yeah. Anyway, so it's just pretty cool.
Nice. I wish I had a more powerful PC because then I could record at the same time as streaming.
Yeah, I can do
Uh,
that. I have that ability, but it's still
but
like
yeah.
my issue is not the PC; it's the hard drive space for recording.
See, what I have is I have a 256 SSD,
Mm-hmm.
two 1 terabytes HDD hard drives, and then one 10 terabyte. The 10 terabyte though, I don't use that because that's just for my Plex.
Yeah.
Shh, don't tell anyone about the Plex, it's illegal.
Oh, yeah, damn it. Sounds like something's happening. Something's happening. Boom, 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 boom. What's going on? We'll drop into the actually intro.
So we're live?
We are live. Welcome everybody to episode 6 of the Epic Loot Radio podcast. Today's gonna be an insane day, guys. Let's listen to this music. Yeah, boom, boom. Probably gonna get claimed. Boom, boom. Probably gonna get claimed. I'm here with Nick. We're waiting for chaos. Today is a
Hey.
good day. 14 minutes till the show starts. I'm digging this music, man. I'm digging this music. Let me just turn down Halo. Boom, 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 boom. Dude. Alright, I'm gonna turn down this game, their music as well, just so that it's like, oh my gosh, it's so loud. Oh man, Nick, what do you want to see today, dude? What are you most excited about from what's been rumored? Like anything goes. Leave nothing on the table, dude. Welcome.
Well, I think it goes without saying. I'm excited for Halo Infinite, right? Who's not?
Where do you fall in like the debate? Should they go return to a classic Halo style, or should they evolve the game in some way?
So I put up a controversial tweet the other day which ranked my favorite multiplayer Halos.
Yeah.
Halo 3 was all the way at the bottom.
Really? Halo 3
Yeah.
is the Halo. Halo 3 is the Halo I got playing right now in the background as we wait for the pre-show to go live. Ricky is joining us live, and he wants to go back to Halo 3 gameplay or Reach. Here's the sad thing that I honestly to this day didn't realize it at the time, but for whatever reason, because Reach didn't technically have a number behind it, I ended up skipping it. I cannot for the life of me remember why. I think that's, who knows? There was something going on, and I remember like, okay, I'll wait till 4 and play that. Same thing with like Gears of War, like Judgment. It's kind of whenever it's like the non-numbered, even though it is still like technically the game. So I skipped Reach completely. You were playing Reach the other day, Nick, right?
Yeah.
So where do you fall on that? Because if not 3, where did you rank Reach?
So I think my order went from memory, and I might get this wrong. Halo 5 in top spot.
Okay.
Halo 4, Halo CE, Halo Reach, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 2, Halo 3.
So what we need is hopefully when Chaos joins the call here, We need to see if Chaos aligns with Ricky, because like Halo 3 for me is my Halo. Like Halo was the Halo that I after work we would play for like 3 to 5 hours until like it was just okay. Like that, the work day's done. Friends are coming over. We actually had two Xbox 360s. We had them set up either in the same room with 2 TVs or in different rooms, still networked together. And it was just chaos, dude. That's all we would do, like Halo 3, like pretty much every night for months and months. Like it was, I don't remember, like I think maybe that's why I ended up skipping out on Reach, because we were still playing Halo 3. Man.
Howdy, guys.
Hey, Chaos is here. Chaos, we need, as you jump in, probably with no context, rank your Halos. Like, what's your best Halo? What's your favorite top at least 3?
Reach number 1, definitely.
Okay, we got a Reach guy.
Reach was fantastic.
Yeah.
Story was I was disappointed with the story, but Halo Reach was fantastic. Number 2 would probably have to be Halo 2. There was just so much story in there. It was great. And for number 3, I probably have to. I really enjoyed Halo 4.
I actually really enjoyed Halo 4. The thing that I've played Halo 5. I think when I looked online on my achievements on Xbox, it was coming up on 300 hours of time with Halo 5 over the course of the last couple of years. We typically have been playing it like on Wednesday nights for a couple hours. So it's like not like when I compare those hours to Destiny hours, they don't really compare. Like it's Destiny is definitely drawn my attention. Now, I've gotten into many debates about what it means to talk about classic Halo, because I think Halo needs to move forward. I don't need Halo to be an RPG. I don't need Halo to be Destiny. But I need Halo, at least the examples that I connect, is that go look at Gears 4 to Gears 5. And if you go play Gears 4 and then you go play Gears 5, it feels like you're almost, it's a whole other team. Yes, they had more time. But it feels, and this is just my connection here, I feel like I'm looking at 2 different Microsofts. And I really dig the Gears series, but Gears 5 sucked me in. It keeps sucking me in occasionally. It keeps bringing me back. And where Halo, I just feel like I'm still playing in the 2013 Microsoft sandbox. You know, it's still like, oh, remember the Halo channel, remember TV. And it's interesting because Halo 5 isn't all that watchable outside of the esports. You feel like they obviously push the esports aesthetic really hard, and maybe that's great, but ultimately, like, yeah, it's hard to get people in. There's not a lot of I guess connective tissue, where in Destiny and in Gears offers a bot option. So let's say as an adult, it's late at night and my friends don't feel like getting wrecked because they're not pro gamers. And well, we could play against the AI and have a generally awesome time, still making progress towards whatever weekly or seasonal or whatever, kind of goals that we set. And so that's what I'm hoping when I talk about moving forward. But I know a lot of people think moving forward means like, oh, well, we want to make this an RPG. That's a long monologue. I'm going to toss to Nick now. What does anything out there give you a heartburn, or is there anything out there that I said that makes you excited?
I mean, there's a lot to be excited. I mean, on Halo Infinite, I mean, if you look at the key art they released yesterday,
yeah,
it's just like, it feels a lot like Combat Evolved, right? Just the art style. And that's something like I've talked about in the past. I don't think it's been on a podcast or anything. But like 343 in interviews have talked about how they want to go back to the feeling of Combat Evolved, where the player sort of just jumped into the game and had no idea what was going on. And we definitely got that that vibe with last E3's trailer of, what was it, Discover Hope or something?
Yeah.
Where like we just had no idea what was going on. We had a pilot in space, and then he found Chief, and then there was a ring and it was blown up. And it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What's happening? And I just love that feeling.
The Mana Razor, thanks for coming and hanging out with us, and Ricky. So for chat, the question is like, if you guys can rank your Halos, I'd be very curious to see where we fall in. Now, there's going to be obviously a big focus for me as a longtime Halo player, but I came in with Halo 2. My brother was all Halo 1. Like, he was like, got to play. And for whatever reason, and I mean, just full disclosure, I was such a Nintendo fanboy at the time that I was trying to find like the Halo equivalent on the GameCube, and at least to my memory, I know at the time that didn't exist. And eventually we kept going back to Halo. But Halo 3 is when Halo 2 is when I actually got my Xbox and when I really started playing that game. So that's my entry point to the series. But there's going to be plenty of Halo. We've got 7 minutes right now to the pre-show that's going to go over at the Game Awards. So we're going to be live reacting to that. And as far as it goes, there's also other stuff that we're going to be hearing about. Today's not just about Halo. It's about Xbox as we gear up towards the rest of 2020 and 2021, I would assume. And I'm wondering if Phil Spencer is going to take a page out of showing people something to look forward to, even if it is a couple of years away. They've gotten away from that, which I appreciate. But there is a part of a next generation hype that you want to set the stage for what people are going to experience for the next couple of years. Chaos, what do you want to see today? Like, is there a franchise brought back from the dead? Is there a genre that you'd love to see represented on either Xbox or just as an ecosystem as a whole? What do you think?
Final Fantasy 16.
Yes. They've got something to announce today, right?
16. That is what I want to see. I know it's in the works. They didn't show it at the PlayStation event. They haven't shown it anywhere else.
I heard that it was actually pulled from the PlayStation event, and I'm assuming that it wasn't ready to show. Being that with COVID or something, like, the trailer's not done or something of that nature. Any Fable fans in here? Any Fable fans?
Oh, absolute Fable fan. Love Fable. We have a lot of rumors around Fable showing up, right?
There've been rumors for a couple of years that Playground's been in charge of it. And what do you want from Fable? Do you want it to be this single player, like, RPG, or do we want to see Fable evolve into some kind of games as a service multiplayer aspect game? What do you think, Nick?
I think single player should definitely be the target for that. I mean, just a long story for it, 20 hours or longer. Mm-hmm. And yeah, definitely keep to the core mechanics, but I think it should be like a sort of like a God of War reboot where it shouldn't have a number. It should just be Fable.
Oh, so that'd be really cool. Like if they went with the games as a service, if they just called it Fable, that'd be great as well. Like that, because it's like you don't really need, in my opinion, a number, especially when it's a games as a service. That's why EA pisses me off like continually with with like just make FIFA.
Right.
What you release every year is not a new game. It's barely an expansion. It's like, just come on. We do not Dasbly says Fable in chat, and Newhart, welcome to the stream.
So I sort of don't want to go back to it, but I have to. So this came up, like Halo Infinite again. This came up in an interview with Phil Spencer recently, where he talked about what 343 has learned from past Halos.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting. I don't know if you've read this, but he talked about how 343 learnt that it was really difficult to get players off of like one title onto the next title. So like from Halo 4 to Halo 5 or Halo 5 to MCC. So he talked about how going forward with Halo, it's not going to be... There's not really going to be a sequel. It's more like a platform. So I think they're going to go in a Destiny-like direction with it, where it's just...
Yeah, go ahead.
Like it's just one game and it's just updated as time goes on. And I mean, the Slipspace engine, brand new engine, and hopefully that can last them for many years. At least this entire generation.
But they've already... wasn't Halo 6 already announced? Alongside
Halo Infinite is Halo 6.
Yeah, Halo Infinite. Originally Halo 6, they was releasing as a trilogy. And so essentially they're like, no, we've got a bigger story to tell. And yeah, migrating people from one game to the next is difficult when they could just say, hey, we've added a whole new campaign. And Game Pass, I think, makes this completely possible without the need to continually try to like overly monetize or try to sell people DLC or expansions. And I think that's going to give Phil a lot of strength in how they develop and build this game in. What I want, like when I talk about like the Destiny effect, like you go look at what people are watching, it's games that evolve. People are participating. Yeah, they'll have like the single player game and it'll have its like 1 month in the sun, and then no one's going to go back and play Ghosts of Tsushima, no matter how like individually somebody will go be like, oh, that was a great game. But it's like a kind of a movie, and it's an event. A single player game is an event. but a game that evolves, a game that's supported for a long period of time, is something that people sink their teeth into and builds a community around. And you don't want to sit here and start putting up barriers and walls when you're trying to build a community. I think the fact that Halo Infinite launches also on PC is huge. It opens it up to a lot more players playing where they are. xCloud's going to be a huge asset in that regards. Now, we got David here in chat. Thanks for coming and hanging out, David. And Mana Razor coming up on an earlier question. We got 2.5 minutes till this pre-show kicks off. Mana Razor says, I have bad service, so I'm going to be behind on questions, but Halo 3 is the first I played. But Halo Reach got me into the series, so I really can't rate them in any way. It's always interesting to see where people kind of find the series itself. I think when we look at the mistakes, especially with Halo 5, I think a lot of it came down to marketing, and that's really kind of funny that we don't know what this, like, we have no concept of what we're about to see here today with Halo Infinity, outside of the fact that we know there's going to be Master Chief. What's gonna, like, there's so many things that marketing set up, like Halo 5 for this like grand like hunting narrative. There were podcasts, there was all this stuff around it, TV shows that were around it, and then you get in and you're like, I'm playing this guy I haven't ever heard of, Locke, and then I'm playing as Master Chief occasionally, and so it's just like it just kind of felt. That's why I say it, like, even still playing Halo 5 today, I still feel like I'm in the Microsoft 2013 world, where things just they aren't really cohesive, they aren't really gamer first. So it's going to be fun to see what ultimately happens with today stuff. But on the concept of Fable, Chaos, we got a couple minutes. Are you excited for Fable, or is there another genre or anything that you want to talk about before we start actually getting some revelations?
Fable has been a game that I haven't really invested much time in. I did play on the original Xbox, got to a certain point. I would like to see what's become of it now, to see how it's evolved. I'm never really been into open world games as such, but if it's done correctly, I'm definitely interested.
All right. Guys, we've got 30 seconds before I'm going to turn off the Halo gameplay, and we're going to have the Game Awards show. You guys can go check out that if you don't want our commentary over it. But also, if you're new here to the channel, if you're listening to this podcast after the fact, we appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. We are at 570 subs, working our way up to 1,000. I really appreciate the 570, and for the 18 people hanging out with us here on this new channel that's dedicated to this kind of content, to live reaction, long form podcast content. So I can't thank my guests, ChaosPrime and Nick Ukumio, enough. Their contact information, their channels are in the description. But let me kill the Halo gameplay. Let's toss it over here. Let's turn up the volume. This channel ain't monetized, so I don't really have to worry about getting played. It's like,
hello everybody, it's Jeff Keighley, and welcome to this special Xbox game showcase and our pre-show here, leading up to the big main showcase that happens in 1 hour at the top of the next hour. Welcome to YouTube Gaming and our exclusive coverage. This obviously is a different year for all of us in 2020, and normally every year I love getting together with everyone around the world to watch all the E3 events, but this year, of course, given where the world's at, we're doing things virtually. Before we get into this, I certainly want to acknowledge everything that is still happening around the world with the COVID pandemic, and certainly hope everyone is safe and feeling okay today and excited about video games, which I think have been a source of comfort for many of us in 2020. So today is really about celebrating games and the future of games and where games are going in the future. You know, this is still a big year for games, and that new consoles are launching. And today is all about Xbox and the Xbox Series X, which is coming out this holiday season. Although today is less about hardware and is going to be more about the games. And in our pre-show, we've got a lot of great guests joining us to preview what we expect from Xbox. And we also have some world premieres and some great new game stuff to show you guys as well. The Xbox story for Series X, of course, started last year at the Game Awards when we revealed the Xbox Series X hardware on stage. I certainly miss memories of thousands of people together and the excitement of shocking the world with that announcement last year.
Surprising moment.
That was such a special moment that no one had any clue it was about to happen, and we revealed the hardware there. But of course, everyone wants to know about the games that are going to run on the system. And today is all about a game that was sort of mentioned in that teaser, Halo Infinite. We are going to get a first look at the gameplay of the campaign of Halo Infinite in the Xbox Game Showcase. That's something that we're all very excited to see. I'm sure we'll be talking about that a lot over the next hour. And Xbox has already said we're not going to hear a lot about hardware today. We don't expect to hear the release date for Series X. We don't expect to hear about pricing. It really is going to be a showcase all about games and focused a lot more on their first-party studios, meaning games that are coming exclusively
bit of a
Xbox
down that there's no
ecosystem.
business. I always like it when they have a little bit of business, when they showcase the machine and stuff like that.
It's just like this, like it feels like we're in this standoff between PlayStation and Xbox is like, is it gonna launch? Hey guys, it's out today. Name your price.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the CFO of Microsoft. So Microsoft had an investor call yesterday. The CFO announced that it was coming in November.
Okay.
So.
Hi, it's good to be here.
I didn't actually watch, but that's what I heard.
I mean, historically, Microsoft has generally always released in November, right?
Always November, yeah.
Yeah, at the beginning of November, generally.
November is a perfect time to do this. And make sure.
Got to go up to Microsoft and check out the Xbox Series X hardware before lockdown.
That way I have work chat up if they need me. There we go.
Hey, Jeff, thanks for having me, man.
See, this was what I was slightly afraid of, that this would be mostly hype and not a lot of trailers.
Like they said, they've got people to react to it. It's like, so I've kind of turned down the volume on them.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, but the fact is there's still going to be announcements that are coming out of this.
Oh,
they
yeah.
said that also it's like this might even be a little bit more of the third party stuff. So.
Yeah, well, it's hosted by.
They're doing our show right now.
Yeah.
I'll bring it back to some Halo gameplay because it's like, yeah. So they're talking about Jacksepticeye, and I didn't actually recognize the other two people that they have on the show. So that's going to be fun and interesting.
Yeah, I'd never heard of Austin Evans before he got invited out to Microsoft to see the Series X for the first time. Like, he was one of the first people to see the Series X.
I think one of the cool things that I really am excited for a lot of gamers who don't have good internet to do like cloud gaming to experience is the fast load times of the Series X and the PlayStation 5. I think when people get hands-on with that and all of a sudden you start seeing loading screens, if not like all but going away, but being like dramatically reduced, I think you're gonna end up seeing a bunch of people who it's just such a crazy quality of life. I can't even explain it, and that's why, like, for me, like, I've really enjoyed playing on Google Stadia and on the Shadow PC. But Google Stadia is by far the fastest place to play video games right now. It's so fast and it has no updates that are required to it. And I think Xbox is very uniquely positioned with xCloud to power also that. Now, we don't know ultimately if they're going to sit here and say, like, hey, because like the rumor is that you can start downloading your game on Series X or Xbox and start streaming that game immediately while it downloads in the background if you've got the bandwidth to do so. And I was like, that's amazing, because gone are the days when I tried to update like Forza Horizon. I was like, oh, you know what? I feel like doing a race, and it was like, oh, here's a 30-minute update. And then it's like in between that, I have windows of 15 minutes that I can like, okay, if I can jump in, play a game and jump out, that's where it's going to be. That's where I'm going to find that ability outside of, like, occasionally I get longer game sessions. I think that's what I cannot wait for people to experience with the Series X and that play. Go ahead, Chaos. Yeah.
I mean, it's like the other day, my friend and I got online with my friend for the first time in ages. It'd been like almost 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We finally found time where our time zones matched. So we're like, all right, what do you want to play? So the first game we sit down to play, sorry, I have an update. And it's going to take a long time for that update. So I go, all right, let's go to something else. And it turned out, like, by the end of like 7 games, we couldn't find a single one that didn't require an update.
Yeah.
So we just sat down and enjoyed each other's company watching the PlayStation update. It was very depressing.
A couple of years ago, like somebody was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go get this console because I hear it doesn't have updates," and I go, "No, it does. Everything does. It's just a part." I was like, "It's just a part of doing games nowadays." And
it's called a Mega Drive.
Once you get around that, once you get away from that, you realize just how crappy of an experience that is. You know,
Yeah.
hey, I want to sit down and play a game. Wait. And then all of a sudden, so that's where the strength of this comes in. That's why I think that hopefully we'll see some cool stuff. Now, Ricky in chat's asking, do you think we're going to see a teaser for Final Fantasy 14 or like an announcement? I'm going to toss it to the panel and see, because I've got my own theories. Nick, let's start with you.
I don't think so. So we know there's going to be some third parties on the Xbox thing. I personally don't think so. I think it's going to be at PlayStation's August event.
At PlayStation's August event, they're going to announce Final Fantasy for Xbox.
Oh, for Xbox. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about what was it? The other
That's
funnel.
really nice of Sony. By the way, yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry, I was thinking of the wrong one. Yeah, I mean maybe, but I feel like the focus is on first parties. With I don't know. They do have some Japanese games, and Final Fantasy would definitely fall into that camp. So maybe. I honestly don't know.
Chaos, what do you think?
I think if we're going to see anything, it'll be in the pre-show. Once the main show starts, I think that will be full first party. So if we're going to see anything, it will be in the pre-show.
If this show is 100% first party for an hour, that's going to be a lot of games, or at least a lot of detail around.
But I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful that we'll see something. Especially in the RPG front, like the old school JRPG front. Yeah. I miss those.
Well, I mean, hell, if they announce a Lost Odyssey 2, that's going to be another example of a moment in which that I wish I wasn't live, that I could have a private, like, kind of getting choked up moment.
Yeah.
If they do announce, so just kind of a warning to chat. If they do announce that, if you're watching with your kids, I'll try my best. I will try my best to make sure this is remotely friendly for the family in that regard.
Lost Odyssey was brilliant.
Lost Odyssey is genius, and it's really that and Blue Dragon, and it's really unfortunate we haven't seen a return to those games in quite some time. Now, do I think it's going to happen? I will be immensely disappointed if it does not happen, and it needs to happen. I've been told I've got like that it's been running on Xbox since like last October. There's obviously like all kinds of like moving pieces, and yesterday wasn't the day. Like I didn't think Yoshi P was going to announce it to his in Japanese to a primarily Japanese audience. However, bringing Final Fantasy 14 to the Xbox, I think it's going to be a huge win for gamers ultimately, because it gives a lot of people more options to play. I think it helps out the 14 franchise as well. And so I want it to, and I think it should. And if it doesn't, the question is when? Like, when would they announce that? Does that make sense to announce it at FanFest, which has been canceled? Does that, it's like, when in the next year, let's say they're going to shoot for 6.0 to launch or Series X to launch this game. Like, honestly, at this point, like, just release it. When's the time? And Chili in chat saying November's the time to announce 14 for the Xbox. But it's out today, or like one of those things. It's like, I love the it's out today kind of moments. It's like you can play this today, or you can, in that regards. But that's what I feel, Ricky. Hopefully we get some, if not 14 on Xbox news, hopefully we get some really good Square Enix news at some point, talking about some games. I'm gonna listen this in real quick.
Likewise, it is equivalent to a very high-end gaming PC.
Okay, cool. They're still talking about stuff.
Yeah.
I just keep checking back in. And it's like, wait a minute, are they leading into? And now we're going to announce once they do the first kind of game reveal or announcement, then I'll know what we can look for and jump back in and kind of have fun with that. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up on chat as well. Nick, what do you guys think of AAA Halo VR game similar to the idea of Half-Life Alyx VR?
So we've actually already had a Halo VR game. Well, I say game, a Halo VR experience. I think it's still out. It was basically sort of like you could pick up a gun, you could shoot some targets, quote unquote, and there was some lore there and stuff. It wasn't really a game. I think that might have been a test to see if it was possible and what they could do in that space.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we might see something. Whether it'll be like a full-on game or whether it'll just be like like an extra experience that's slightly more involved. It remains to be seen. But I would not be surprised if we learned about a VR Halo title.
Go ahead, Chaos.
For me, it all depends how much the VR headset is. Currently, the Oculus Quest, which is the cheaper model that Oculus are pretty much investing most of their time in, is still around £400 for the 64 gigabyte version. And for a lot of people, that's just beyond their range. This market range for Alex was 20% of the gaming community, which is still a decent amount. And Valve really didn't care. They just wanted to see if the interest was there before they started potentially working on Half-Life 3. But when it comes to Halo, if they don't have an affordable VR headset to go with the Series X or something for the PC, I just can't see it happening because it's just going to alienate so many people.
I think right now how I see VR coming more into play is as a platform that's additive, much like crossplay, that's connected in ways, so it's not like isolating in that regards. And the test case for me is actually the Star Wars Squadrons. It's a full crossplay game that you can play in VR or without VR. Like it's you can go any which way. And so my disappointment when Phil Spencer kind of like bashed on or dismissed VR talk. Or like I think about 6 months ago.
World premiere.
Like,
here we go.
All right, cool. Thank you. Squeenix. Dragon Quest.
You're the reincarnation
Never
of the Luminary.
Oh, it's the Dragon Quest 11 for Xbox.
The Luminary is the root of all evil and will bring naught but misery to our realm.
This is huge.
A hero will surely arise to take the sword in hand once more.
どうもゲームデザイナーの堀裕二です。1986年に日本で第一作目となるドローンクエストというロールプレイングゲームを発売して今年で34周年を迎えました。今回シリーズ本編最新作のドローンクエスト 11S が Xbox プラットフォームで発売され、さらにゲームパスが登場します。なんと Xbox にドローンクエストが初登場ということで、僕も大変嬉しく思います。今日は皆さんにドローンクエスト 11S の魅力を紹介していきたいと思います。ドローンクエストでは自分自身が主人公になって魅力あふれる仲間と共に世界を救う壮大な冒険の旅に出ます。
And you have Game Pass, this absolutely means you need to.
How much value is Game Pass getting?
I mean, Game Pass is just killer, right? At this point, there's no reason not to have it.
Oh my gosh! I have a little Nat friend that was just like kind of saying hi to me. He's like,
yeah.
Oh yes. This is such a fantastic also introduction to Dragon Quest. I hear they're actually remaking Dragon Quest 3 that's supposed to come out in 2022, and hopefully we'll see going forward Dragon Quest on Xbox.
Please say it's available now.
Oh dude!
Dude! Blow my mind.
Oh dude! Oh, they're actually packing in the 2D retro model, like they did on Switch. What if they're just like, and by the way, you want more Dragon Quest? Here you go, Game Pass. Oh, thank you.
December 4th, not far.
December 4th, alright.
Seems so far
through
away,
the game
doesn't it?
again.
And Windows 10.
Yeah, it's
nice.
So it's coming to the Xbox store on PC. Nice.
Oh, that feels great.
That's a good way to start.
That's a good entry. That's a good way to start.
There you go, Dragon Quest coming for the first time to Xbox, and now we're gonna get right into a world premiere.
Oh, another world premiere.
Brand new game
announcement. A smaller team and studio that has a new title to announce today on the pre-show. So take a look at this
world premiere. Sorry,
looked like a first-person shooter for a sec.
Yeah, I saw a gun, and then it's like Twister. Yeah, there's the gun that we saw a second ago.
Yeah, it looks sort of archy.
More like Crisis.
That too.
kind of jumpy in the feed, but then...
Yeah, I'm seeing it as well.
Oh, we got into the chopper. Cool.
Not another battle royale, please.
Oh, this probably is a battle royale.
Look, it's a Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I thought exactly. Heavy crisis.
Transformers!
Landed Side 3? No, they said it's a new game.
Yeah, Exo Mecha.
Okay.
2021.
Okay.
Next year.
Yes,
I wasn't sold.
Beta sign up now.
I'm not gonna like. Oh, okay, beta. Like, I'm wondering what kind of game it is though, because they didn't tell me much.
A brand new free to play coming in late 2021.
I would have said free to play.
Okay.
We do have more new games and some cool stuff. We've got something very cool to wrap up the pre-show as our last.
Ooh, that's a nice tease.
With you guys.
Yeah,
so
stick with us.
Of course, at the top of the hour, we're going to get a look at a lot of the first-party games from Microsoft, including the World Gameplay debut of
Dragon
Halo
Quest
Infinite.
11.
Right now, though, we're going to turn to our second panel to preview what we're hoping, all our hopes and dreams for Xbox today.
Okay, hopes and dreams for Xbox. We'll toss.
Talking about hopes and dreams, gonna just turn this down a bit.
Yeah.
Have you guys looked into the velocity architecture that Xbox is using?
Yeah, it's like it's a software and hardware solution that they're using for their throughput to get the stuff rocking and rolling. Yeah. So that's.
I mean,
huge.
it went mostly over my head, but I did a lot of digging, and so like they seem like it seems based on what I read, they're going to be able to match the speeds of the PlayStation 5's SSD, which is crazy fast. But they're not doing it by speed. They're actually lowering the amount of data that's actually being transferred. So that's an interesting way to do it, I think.
Yeah.
Instead of going after speed, they went actually after file size.
Well, and the hard drives are fast themselves, so it's not just about like, oh, the hard drive's actually slow. It's like no. They got that, but then they go look at every other little thing about it. Like, okay, well, we don't actually need to load that entire thing using AI to help drive forward, and hopefully that's going to make things a lot faster, and then also make it a little bit smarter in terms of keeping your hard drive somewhat in check from these, like, oh, you play especially when they go and they say, because they say that Series X can do 8K, and it's like, oh yeah, you want 8K assets? Oh my gosh. Like, you have hard drive space. No, like that's how they're gonna sell the Xbox real cheap, and then they're gonna just make it up in the premium hard drive space category.
So here's what's interesting though. They did say that hardware, or that technology rather, is coming to PC.
Okay.
So I don't know how they're gonna do that, because in the console it is a hardware solution, and like that's why it's able to do it so fast. So I wonder if they're gonna be partnering with like Nvidia or the other one whose name I forget, AMD, in order to build that actually into the graphics card, or is it just going to be a software solution, or
they could just do it themselves, right? Because the new Surfaces now have Microsoft processors and Microsoft graphics cards.
That's true. It could be built into the PC, but I mean, I'm thinking more like a wide audience adoption. It'd have to be built into like either the graphics card or the CPUs, right? I don't know, but that's one thing which is really interesting, is a lot of the stuff that's been utilized on Xbox is actually also going to benefit PCs at some point.
Oh yeah,
that's what Phil Spencer's trying to do, right? He's trying to unify the platform so there's no longer any exclusive, so anyone from any place can play the games that they love on any platform that they want to play on.
I mean, absolutely. And that is why this is probably going to be the biggest Halo ever. It's just because it is available on, 4 platforms?
You have Xbox Series X,
PC.
xCloud, and PC. So that's... the question with xCloud, though, like they've kind of talked about how they haven't named it yet. It's a part of Game Pass. So it's like, hey, you got Game Pass Ultimate, you've got this additional platform now. They don't actually have a name for it. I wonder if they'll go with xCloud, or if they will, what it ultimately will be called in that regards. But no, yeah, you're right. 4 platforms, day one. Let's go. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
it'll be called Xbox Series Cloud.
Oh, Series Cloud, Series C.
Yeah.
Oh man, and do you think we're gonna see? I guess they said no hardware, so we're not gonna get any kind of like because they keep having rumors about Lockhart and stuff like that.
No, it's pure games today. No acquisitions. No, we're not going to hear about Warner Brothers. Way too soon for that, anyway.
So my question for you guys, based on, I mean, it kind of piggybacks off the whole 4 platforms. Do you think we'll see another Xbox after the Series X?
Oh yeah.
I mean, as of right now, if I have a semi-decent PC, which I would say a good portion of the community should have, there's, as long as I'm getting my 60 FPS, is there any reason for me to get an Xbox Series X at all?
So here's the thing. Sorry, you go first, Brian.
I would say like no, like the whole mindset in my mind that I think is really gamer first is saying, at some point, like hardware is still going to be some kind of a limiting factor outside the cloud. So at some point, like as the internet improves over the next decade, maybe that becomes more feasible, more affordable, and that's going to be an option. So that eventually moving gamers in that and freeing developers up from, hardware limitations. However, at some point, like you will see games that are like, yep, that it's going to require this much processing power because we're going to bake it for this at the minimum. So yeah, I think we'll still see hardware generations. I think though that if the networking infrastructure, let's just focus in on the US and let's focus in on a decade for just time debate itself, is concerned, that all of a sudden, if you have a free or incredibly affordable ecosystem like the cloud, they could charge $1,000 for a console because then they could really pump in whatever they need, and they don't have to. Then you're not cut out. You're not going, hey, oh man, like I can't afford that. Because when you think about like inflation, like console prices have only gone down. Like there is a price point that gamers are focusing in on. My gnat friend's back. I can't seem to catch him. They're focusing in on, and when you go too far, it becomes a roadblock, and it becomes something that could be isolating. People want to play where their friends are, just like you said, moving gamers from like Halo 3 to Halo Reach or more. That's a challenge, or that's what Halo 343 learned from 4 to 5. That's a challenge if they can remove those barriers. They are almost in a way artificial barriers. Halo 3 learned this because you'd have to buy the DLC, and then if your friends hadn't bought the DLC, then we can't run these maps or we can't do matchmaking on this. It was always just like a big problem. So I think if you can remove those barriers, then you can actually free up consoles to be something more than what they are today. And not that it's that the console is the right now is kind of the cheaper option that has that standard ecosystem, but it is limiting because if you're like, hey, we want to put 64 gigs in, we want to put 100 terabyte, where it's like, if you guys want that 240 frames a second, premier pristine experience, you can pay for that. But I don't think that, I mean, again, we're talking 2030 as an option for that at that point, where if cloud is prevalent, people could still play the latest games for free. There's no you just, here you go, here's the cloud, go buy the game, go nuts. You already have your controller, go nuts. Chat thinks cloud is a pretty good name. Go ahead, Nick.
Here's an actual question. What was the last game from Microsoft that had DLC? The last game I can think of is Forza Horizon 4.
Forza.
Gears 5, but it was
Gears 5 as well.
But it's included in Game Pass,
But it's still DLC.
Yeah, it's still
okay.
You can buy it individually, but the game, why would you? Also, technically, I guess Minecraft Dungeons, they just launched their.
Oh, that's true.
They just launched their first DLC pack that wasn't included in Game Pass Ultimate. I had to purchase that, but I was actually fine with that because I love that game.
That was the weirdest decision. Not gonna lie, that was the weirdest decision. But yeah, fair enough. I was just blanking, trying to think.
No, that's why we have a panel.
I feel like we're heading in. So like early in the console generation, we're seeing a lot of cross-generational games, right? So I don't feel like we'll see a lot of games in the first year or two that take full power of the Xbox Series X.
They never do, right?
Yeah, they never do. So therefore, like in the first year or two, I don't see any reason to own an Xbox Series X if you already have a capable PC or you already have an Xbox One.
Yeah.
Or you have access to xCloud or whatever it's called. But like after that, like I think around the time of Hellblade 2, because I think that's a next gen exclusive, I feel like you might start seeing, because let's be honest here, the Digital Foundry said the Xbox Series X on paper is around the same as like a GTX 2070, right?
Yeah.
But if you take in optimization into account, it's more going to be like a 3060, which hasn't even been released yet. So I feel like we might see a midpoint in the generation where games will be better or more affordable, rather, to have the best experience on console. And then as we hit the later years, PC will be the cheaper option. So I don't know. I feel like there might still be a point, but at the same time, if you have a PC, there's no real reason to own the console, unless you want to play in the lounge room, right, or something.
And I think that's going to hurt Microsoft a little, but I also feel like
is it though? Because like they have so many sources of income. They have Game Pass, game sales. I mean, they've always taken a loss on the hardware. Like that's a known fact. I don't think.
But this is what I was trying to say. I don't see them in competition with Sony anymore.
No.
I don't think they view Sony or the console wars as a thing anymore. I mean, they've gotten into the stupid price thing, and we'll eventually see what's going to happen. But ultimately, what Phil Spencer said, which everyone took him for memeing, in that his ultimate competition is Google and Amazon.
Yeah.
I think that is more true than people realize, because cloud gaming is going to be huge. Subscription-based things are going to be huge. Microsoft's made 1.4 billion in the first year for cloud for their Game Pass, and it actually cost them around 1.4 billion. So they broke even in the first year with subscriptions. Now they're making profit off that. So for me, it's not about them selling the console. The console is there as an alternative to people that don't have a PC. But in the next iteration, I can also see them bundling Windows 10 with the next iteration of Xbox, because that is the next evolution. Providing a thing. Oh,
new world premiere.
World premiere. Let's see here. Oh, I need to make a hot button.
Ladies and gentlemen, London is
Watch Dogs?
No.
Yeah.
But it's not a world premiere.
But don't worry, we've got our best man on the case. Because if anyone can fix this mess, it's this smooth bastard super spy.
Splinter Cell.
No, it's absolutely Watch Dogs.
I know. But it's not a world premiere.
Move in and
well, it's the first time we've seen this trailer. I think that counts, no?
That's weak.
No.
That's weak.
That's lame. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, world premiere, like, you haven't heard it, like, you might have heard rumors, but if it's just like, oh, Watch Dogs. Like, do they say, like, was Watch Dogs announced not coming to the Xbox or something?
Right.
Yeah, Chad agrees.
No.
Weak sauce.
Yeah, this is lame.
A world premiere for a new trailer. Yeah.
Like, when I first saw London, my first thought was, like, Watch Dogs, but no, it can't be, because, like, we already have Watch Dogs. But no, then it was Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Also, that drone, spider drone, was totally teabagging.
Well, I guess that's
maybe they're going to announce something at the end as exclusive to series.
I hate when they do that crap.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. There's absolutely no reason for this.
Wait for coming to Game Pass.
See, that would be, yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be cool, but not world exclusive.
No. Talking about Game Pass and Ubisoft, though, when are we gonna have what is it called? Like U Plus or something?
Uplay.
Like Uplay. When is that coming to consoles?
I don't know. That'd be good.
There's absolutely a market for it. Game Pass and EA Access
there,
have proved that. Like when they first announced it, I thought, yeah, no, that's coming to consoles. PC only it's been over a year, no news of console.
Yeah.
I hate that.
It's also getting silly with the amount of them as well. I mean, in the end, you're going to end up paying like 150, 200 quid on just subscriptions.
Also coming to Xbox Series X.
Oh, wow. What a shocker.
Right?
Yeah,
What a shocker. Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
major disappointment there.
I'm sorry, mate. You let us down.
Let's see. What is he tossing back to a panel?
First look at the campaign of Halo Infinite, and I asked a friend of
Oh,
mine
I'm getting
who
some lag here. Hold on.
brand new Halo. You may know Ninja.
I'm just going to refresh the stream.
Years, but he actually started and created.
Yeah, that was pretty lame.
With all his awesome Halo gaming and gameplay back in the day. So without further ado, let's hear from Ninja about.
Oh, here's Ninja.
To see in a brand new Halo. Tyler, take it away.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm excited to see what Xbox has in store. And here's what I want out of Halo. If Halo Infinite can just give us a incredible campaign to close out just the classic series with a beautiful ending and a matchmaking / multiplayer system where the ranking system is unique and it works. And
do you want Halo to have
really
VR? Battle Royale? Curious.
No.
I think it's a separate game, like a side game.
No.
Yeah, I think it would be a totally separate game, yeah. Just like Apex Legends.
Yeah. So here's my curiosity. Like, he's giving what he wants to see. There's no way that 343 didn't go to Ninja while he was at Mixer and be like, hey, what do you want to see?
Yeah.
And then, he got some hands-on or something, right?
I would expect that. That's the deal I would have made if they were like, come to Mixer. I'm like, all right.
Where's Halo?
Money, but I want to know about Halo.
Yeah. So I wonder if any of like his wants are actually informed opinion. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting
weird
at
the top of the hour
pre-roll because it's like
Infinite. Thanks
I don't know.
Ninja for joining us.
He filmed it from his phone. Maybe?
Now it is time.
Yeah, it was very vlog-like.
Premiere a net new game.
Premiere.
And this one comes from my home country, my home province of Ontario.
Ooh, Canadian game.
I saw this and got excited about just a brand new game from a smaller studio that you haven't heard about, but I think looks pretty cool. Check out this world premiere.
Wait for it to be.
It's gonna be Tetris. You'll see.
Oh, is this like the? No, okay. I thought it was like that game from like the studio that made like Limbo and Inside.
Yeah.
You know, really my kids would enjoy this.
It has a nice pixel aesthetic, right?
My kids will absolutely love this.
It's like
ooh, that's interesting.
It's an RPG?
It's an RPG, card-based RPG, yeah.
Yeah, turn-based, yeah.
Fascinating.
Very interesting looking.
Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Now here's the interesting question, because we all know at this point the best way to get people to play it is to just put it on gameplay.
Yeah.
Game Pass.
Doesn't say Game Pass yet, so it
did not say Game Pass, no.
Definitely some Stranger Things vibes to that one. Echo Generation with the hockey smash. They're exciting. All right, now it's time to get to a.
You didn't really sell that hype very much.
Check this out.
Very exciting.
Oh wait, we got
another world premiere.
No, he was going. Here's another world premiere. Oh wait, no, we have to go to a panelist.
No, we don't want to go to a panelist, man. Just show us the games. You said games.
From a number of
we want games
around the world to hear what they're looking forward to from.
That's why it's like that's the fun thing of live. It's like, oh god. All right, cool. We'll put back on there.
23 minutes left, by the way.
Yeah, definitely Stranger Things vibes, Newhart. I like the fact that like another RPG, and maybe I'll get some time to actually sit down and play those fantastic RPGs. I'm still thrilled. Like they opened it up right for me. Like that was the Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest is a wicked way to open it, and then it's just kind of been downhill since.
Yeah.
That's, what was that game called anyway? The one that they just showed.
Echo Generation. Echo Generation, guys.
Echo Generation.
I dig the art style. Like I dig the art
I
style.
don't know, definitely. It's picked it up a little with that, but now it just kind of needs to up the game because I'm expecting a lot from this presentation.
Well, Jeff Keighley said that the game at the end of the hour is going to be huge. So what do we think is going to be the last game shown?
For me,
Final
it would be
Fantasy
14.
16.
Oh, 16. You think they did 16 here?
Look,
I guess
Yeah,
that
I
makes sense.
see 16.
I know deep inside it's not going to happen, but my heart wants it to happen.
The heart wants what it wants. The heart wants
Exactly.
what it wants. The
My heart wants
16
it to
could
happen.
I could okay. And thanks guys. Thanks everybody who was here with us, and thanks for the 5 likes. I could see where 16 could happen as an announcement here instead of on the Xbox stage if they didn't want to like try to make some kind of drama where like Square Enix and Xbox is, you know, like because I could see some Xbox going out there and be like 16's exclusive to Xbox. If that happened, I'd actually be pissed. Like, don't go be making these, like, I hate these exclusivity kind of things in which that it's like, okay, now you can't, like, you've always been able to play this game here and now you can't because somebody wrote a big check. And yeah, that's where it's like, I don't want to see 16 exclusive to Xbox, but I think 16 as an announcement, like if what we're about to see with Xbox is 100% first party, then if they got 16 ready to show, like this would be a great show to drop bombs on that one. That would be really exciting for me personally.
So I will say it is not 100% first party. Aaron Greenberg already confirmed that.
Oh, good. 16.
That's even better. That's even better because now my belief that Final Fantasy 16 can be shown has escalated by about 200%.
Well, that and then
and don't forget, there's also the post show.
Mm-hmm. Then I think you also end up having options for 16. You have options for like other kind of games like Destiny. You know, Destiny 2 being a like a really big game that's going to continue to become, you know, and still be a big game. Phil Spencer has a good relationship with, you know, with that game itself. And I think you get Nick, you said that like it sounds like Microsoft has secured the rights for like promotion when it comes to that, right?
Yeah, well, so yeah, I mean, ads are still running with the Xbox logo, so they absolutely still have marketing rights for that game. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. I'd love to see like the expansions come to Game Pass. That would be awesome. Because at the moment I buy all the expansions on PlayStation, and so I can't access any of the DLC content on Xbox. I'd love to just, you know, be able to stop double dipping.
or crossplay.
Well, we know crossplay is coming next year, around September next year.
I'll see it when I believe it.
Yeah,
I'll see it when I believe it.
Well, here's the thing: they stressed we're going to try, and get it working next year.
That doesn't mean it's happening.
No.
I mean, everyone toots that they want crossplay, but at the moment, only one company has pretty much designed a whole presentation based on crossplay. And love them or hate them, EA did good with that presentation with the amount of crossplay games that are coming out.
Mm-hmm. They did. I think. Yeah. Well, I think also with them coming to Steam is a real good show that, like, let people play these games where they are. Moving ecosystems is hard, and it's not valuable. I mean, hey, go sign up for this. Shit. It is. It always has been. And it's like, okay, you know, yeah, I would honestly, I would love to see, you know, more crossplay, more, you know, yeah, just put the games out. Just get games where gamers are, and they're gonna play them, because it's just like, yeah, hey, you got to go sign up for this, you got to go do this, and you got to download this. It's like, I don't think that has the value of what it once was, is trying to get as many people into your ecosystem. And now it's like, no, like these multiplayer games, they live on forever. They build communities around them. And then you just don't go and isolate and give them people these exclusives. So we got, looks like 18 minutes until the Xbox.
Well, I mean, this is also my problem with all these other different publishers having all these different cloud-based solutions. Like, there's so many of them now. Mm-hmm. I mean, it would have surprised me if EA jumped into this fray.
EA
Sega
announced that they were working on their own cloud, and we haven't heard anything on it. And at some point, I wonder, are they still doing that? Like, does it even make sense?
I mean, maybe they dropped it and just partnered with like one of the existing services, right?
Like that, like from a publicly traded company. What's their end goal? Why would you spend billions of dollars?
World premiere.
Here we go.
World premiere. All right.
YouTube gaming videos you've probably seen. Check this out.
All right, let's see here. They said
Premiere.
probably have already seen, so this might be a quote-unquote world premiere.
Oh yeah, Hello Neighbor type thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Hello Neighbor.
Like a Halo Neighbor type thing. Well, that's exactly right.
Well, see, there's Hello Neighbor, and then there's like the Hello Neighbor spin-off, which is like hide and seek or something, which I forget the name of. It's like Secret Neighbor or something like that.
Now, I really hope that the Xbox presentation doesn't go like this, because if it does, Microsoft will be a laughing stock.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get extra water over here.
I mean, I am so far very, very underwhelmed.
Well, yeah, but again, this is like all the stuff that Microsoft didn't want to show, right?
But this isn't world premiere. It exists. I mean, when someone tells me world premiere, I expect it to it doesn't exist. This is the first showing I'm seeing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, let's talk about Xbox. Sorry, we're not concentrating on the trailer. We don't care about this anymore. But like, let's be fair. A lot of the games are going to be already announced games. So like, we know Grounded's coming. We know Forza's coming because it is. We know Halo's coming. So I dare say a lot of it. Well, that's true. I guess that's true. I mean, we've seen Grounded.
That would still be a world premiere.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I get your point. Like, I don't think there will be a massive amount of like new unannounced games, but I do think there will be a lot of new gameplay.
All right, here's one for you guys. What do you think the chances of Scalebound?
No, absolutely 0%. I will eat my hat. It's over there.
You know what? I want to see that on video.
Okay. Is a hat actually edible? Let's find out when they reveal Scalebound.
That game had so much potential. It looks so good.
So is this actually Hello Neighbor, Secret Neighbor, or is this some other spin-off?
I think it's another spin-off. So it might actually classify it as a world premiere.
Because this doesn't look like either of those two games.
Mate, he's finished.
Oh, it's Hello Neighbor 2. Okay, that counts, I guess.
That does count. I'll give him that. It counts.
It counts. It's just, we don't care. Sorry. 15 minutes left.
Oh, my kids will love that. Absolutely. They'll go absolutely mental when they hear
I mean, and Let's Players will love it as well. That's a great streaming game and stuff.
Scalebound?
We are 14
What did I
minutes
miss?
away from the start of the showcase.
It was actually Hello Neighbor 2.
Oh.
Almost
So it was actually a world premiere.
Okay.
Yep.
Just,
It just looked exactly like the previous game, so.
You know, if it works.
Yeah.
That'd be nuts if they brought back Scalebound. I know a lot of people were looking forward to that. Scalebound, I was never sold on it. I was just like, all right, I'll see more.
I mean, I thought the aesthetic was cool, but gameplay, not so much.
I mean, they didn't show anything for Scalebound, did they? Other than the CGI trailer.
No, they showed
No,
some
there was
gameplay.
gameplay.
So, yeah.
No, I probably don't remember.
Okay,
There are
what's
some
this?
amazing games in ID at Xbox. I've downloaded a few on the Xbox. Some of them are damn amazing, like Haven.
Well, this looks good.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing some. This is Ubisoft. So this is maybe this is that Uplay service coming to Xbox.
Oh no, this is
No.
ID at Xbox.
Yeah, indie games.
Oh yeah, the Fox. Yeah, I was like, right.
Yeah. I really love what indie games are doing. Like, that's where a lot of the creativity is, I feel like.
Yeah.
I
think that's why
like,
Game Pass adds so much value. It allows people to be able to take risks and not like lose their shirt.
Also, I really want that shirt right there, the WASD shirt. please, someone sell that. I will buy it.
You can make it. You should attach that to your merch line.
I probably will try and recreate
This
that
12
because
minutes
that's.
is really interesting.
But yeah. But no, like I mean, nothing against AAA games because they're a lot of fun, but they're just sort of what's the word? Like not vanilla, but you know what I mean? They're just
generic.
For the most part, yeah.
When you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars, you can't. You're not going to.
Oh yeah.
You want to take as little risk as possible because you're taking a big risk.
I mean, again, I'm not trying to knock it. I compare it to like Marvel movies. I absolutely love Marvel movies, right?
And
but I hate you. But I mean, you don't go to Marvel movies expecting to be surprised. You go there because you know what you're getting for the most part. And that's like what indie games is. Indie games is where you go to be surprised, to be wowed, to be like, oh, that's new, right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
There you go.
I think my biggest problem with indie games is the fact that there's so much. And I don't mean to sound this in a pedantic way, but there's so much trash in there that by the time you eventually get to something that's a gem, you kind of get bored of looking.
And I don't know why the name's not, but Gustavo, welcome. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button and subbing here on Ginger Gaming Radio. I think that pushes us to at least some kind of number. Your name's so long, it
is a number.
It's a long name. All right, well, that's fun.
Okay, new trailer.
Ooh, I saw. What's that?
A person.
I saw a human.
Hello, Xbox ファンの皆様、スクエアエニック
Oh, Square Enix.
今日は皆様に不思議な物語をお届けに参ります。僕は現在スクエアエニックスにバランカンパニーという新しいブランドを立ち上げました。そしてここにいる昔ソニックやナイツを一緒に作った大島直樹と20年ぶりにタッグを組んでアクションゲームを作っています。
中さんがスクエアエニックスに行くと知った時はびっくりしました。
僕も驚いたよ。
しかしこうしてまた一緒にタッグを組んでゲームを作れること、そして僕たちの得意とするゲーム作りとスクエアエニックスが得意とする物語。
Loving those characters on the right there.
誰も体験したことのない新しいゲームを世界中の皆様にお届けできることをとても嬉しく思います。
今日僕たちが皆様にお届けするのはアクションゲームの全てを詰め込んだアクションゲームオブアクションゲームバランワンダーワールドです。アクションゲームにミュージカルの世界観を持ち込んでボタン一つでたくさんの衣装の
Definitely looks good. Great art style.
I'll buy it.
人は誰しもがポジティブな気持ちとネガティブな
Well, one is Square Enix and two, the guy works on Sonic, so I'm sold.
Sonic and Knights, dude. Knights was great.
Yeah.
あなたはバランシアターに
So, what's the chances of this coming to Game Pass too?
キャストたちの新象世界をあなたはさまざまなアクションを駆使して進んでいきます。アクションの一つ一つが衣装に割り当てられて
If nothing else, like it's like where it's like, hey, you
Ooh,
can
the
buy
actions are based on costumes, and there are over 80 to choose from. Each one makes them react differently.
Sort of reminds me of like the Alice in Wonderland game.
Yeah.
Where you had different costumes that
his hat. Like he's just, it's very, oh my god, yeah, right. Anyway, go ahead, Alice in Wonderland. I think you nailed it, right? You nailed it. Good.
Well, it is called like something like Bujan in Wonderland or something, so.
Smart delivery? So it's coming this year.
Yep. 4K. Oh, Wonder World. Okay. Close.
Oh, finally, yes.
It's
Do it.
show time.
It's very Switch-like.
Balan Wonderworld, a strange and mysterious land that you visit when you come to a turning point in life.
I love the art style.
Yeah. I'm already sold, by the way.
Yeah. Now, if this comes to Game Pass, I'll absolutely play it.
I'll buy it even without Game Pass.
Well, if I had the money, I would.
Yeah. I think all depends on how the finances are looking. I like. Oh god, this looks great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want this.
Oh, is that a skiing level? That looked like a skiing level.
I love it. It's so fanciful too.
This reminds me of that Dreamcast game that I played. I used to love. I can't remember the name now.
Costumes, unlocking unique actions and abilities.
Somebody in my chat went, lots of Kirby's.
Lots of Kirby's.
You know, it sort of reminds me of like a really niche game called Klonoa.
Okay.
I like that game. That's a really good game.
It is. I love Klonoa. By the way, if Sony announces Klonoa, absolutely day one.
Almost has like a Kingdom Hearts vibe to it.
Yeah.
A bit, yeah.
If the gameplay is good, if the action here is good, like
graphics are amazing.
The visuals are just gorgeous.
Now I'm actually excited for what's coming next because this is good. I really like this. Like really like this.
Okay, so there is 6 minutes left. We have time for one game. Do we think this was the big game, or do we think there's something else?
No. I don't think
I
it's
don't
the
know.
big game.
That's not like a tease that I think like for the audience that's watching. They would be like, yeah, this is a great thing for like Square Enix fans and for like parents. This looks
but
like
also something else. When is it available? Does it say?
Spring 2021. No Game Pass yet.
I think one thing that many people will actually be. I mean, I don't know what this means to you guys, but for me, this means a lot. Yuji Naka is one of my heroes because he's the one that created Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's now gone to Square Enix, they have now become the grandfather of all publishers for me.
Yeah.
I mean, joining
us
from the game.
Can you imagine a spin-off, a Sonic-like spin-off game that's going to come from Square Enix? Another mascot just for Square Enix? I mean, the possibilities are endless. Maybe I'm going too far with this.
Mm-hmm.
Now
now I'm just sitting here going like, all right, we've got 5 minutes. Are they going to interview Matt Pat for 5 minutes? Good Lord, I really hope that they've got one more up their sleeve. So it's another panel moment.
Yep. Oh, there's Master Chief's helmet.
The cat helmet, or is that like a real one?
It looked like a styrofoam thing. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, Xbox
5 minutes
Games,
left.
Yeah, Xbox Game Showcase is counting down. They have 100,000 people watching it over on Twitch. How many people have we actually got watching over here for this part on YouTube? Let's see what his 184,000. That's incredible. Like this is people are excited. Excuse me.
It's been hyped quite a bit.
It has.
We've been just waiting and waiting and waiting. Their last games event, I obviously just did not.
What games event?
Yeah. They labeled it gameplay, and there was a little bit. It was more trailers, and it was such a they set the naming of it was where people got where it went wrong in the beginning. Wow. Oh guys, I'm gonna drag this in here because this is just never mind, it just stopped. Like the numbers were just cranking up on the Games Showcase for people watching. It looked surreal. Boom, baby. Oh, man. So far, Dragon Quest 11. I think that like the fact is that when it came to, because it's like on everything. It came to Switch. It's like same thing with Crystal Chronicles. Same thing. Like it's like all these like exclusives. Just because it doesn't feel like they're even exclusive. It's just like, why isn't that on Xbox? Like, why is Xbox losing out on another IP? And Phil Spencer just needs to continue to invest in whatever is going on over in Japan. Because you can't have a global what really hurt Xbox One is that even they know that Japan's going to be a struggle. They completely abandoned them, and it's like, yeah, oh wait, there's this other platform called Xbox, and it's like, no, it's not even what helped the 360 out is the 360 did so well, to where it's like, yeah, you had to put your games on there because that's where people were. Like you're going to put games where people are. You're not going to sit here and worry about it and stress about it. So hopefully. They've got 3 minutes here before the Xbox event kicks off. Like Persona. Persona is a great example. Like the fact that the Persona is now on PC as well. But it's another game that like I know Phil Spencer knows that people want that game on Xbox. It'd be like, yeah, just make sure you're in the room, Phil. Just make sure you're in the room. You're not.
Persona's a great game.
What's up?
Persona's a great franchise.
I haven't played it. I haven't played it, but
you really should. You really should.
I know Persona 4 is on. Persona 4 now is on Steam, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
All right.
5 is. I think it's 5 as well.
If they add it to GeForce Now or something like that, then I'll be able to then make it easy because I just don't have hard drive space. Or if I get a new PC and I get 1,000 terabytes of hard drive space, then yeah, like okay, cool, we're good. But like that's the challenge I run into with playing games. Right now, Chris and I are doing Witcher 3 on Xbox, and we're passing that back and forth. So ideally, for me, games are more social. So I don't think they'd have a trailer that would last 5 minutes. So we're coming into the 2.5 minute, or we're at the 2 minute mark. I wonder if they're going to dismount with one final announcement, or if they're just going to talk until the Xbox showcase. Obviously, I don't think Xbox showcase is live, right? Do you think this is going to be a pre-recorded hour?
It's absolutely pre-recorded. They've confirmed it's pre-recorded.
Okay,
so.
cool. Well, I think that's going to give it a real good strength, like we saw with PlayStation, like we see with Nintendo. It's like, here you go. Yeah. Go for it and conquer.
Just noticed, by the way, timer has disappeared. What? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't worry. It's still 2 minutes exactly.
Well, yeah, on the Xbox thing, that's the timer that's really the most important one right now.
Yeah. My biggest, I'm waiting for the final trailer because I actually need to switch over from YouTube to Twitch. So, I want my Halo emote.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing this on Twitch for the emote, too.
That is actually a really good helmet, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, he actually put it on? Yes.
Yep. He can't see anything, though. He's totally blind right now.
Yeah, he has no idea what's going on.
By the way, here's a little bit of trivia. You know, in Halo 1 on the Master Chief Collection on PC?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So people managed to mod and move the camera angle around. So, right at the end, it takes his helmet off. They wanted to see what Master Chief looked like.
It's just another helmet.
It's wearing another helmet.
It's a helmet within a helmet. It's in a helmet within a helmet, yeah.
I love that. Hey, Dover. Welcome to the stream. Okay, there's a minute left. There's no way they're showing another trailer.
Yeah. There's no 30-second trailer. All right, yeah. All right, let's say thanks, Jeff, and for Dragon Quest 10. That was a great announcement. And bye-bye. And of course, then all of a sudden it's like, hey, close that out. Don't need that. Oh. And do I need to chat? Settings, theater mode.
I just typed hype in the chat.
Like my chat. Oh, the chat. I was like, where's that? How do I uncollapse chat?
23 seconds.
Yeah.
Dude.
Freaking excited. Came from Square was
yeah. A warning for anybody who's joined us and didn't get the alert. If they do announce Final Fantasy 14 today for Xbox, I do apologize in advance for what you would experience.
You're not going to be the only one, dude. Believe me.
When they show Halo, you will be able to hear me from across the pond.
Yeah.
All right, it's starting.
Here we go.
I wonder if they are opening with Halo.
I think they are.
I'll turn up the music. I'm gonna crank up the music a little bit, guys.
It's an Xbox.
Yeah. Oh. Xbox.
So that was Ori. That was Psychonauts. I'm just looking in the background. Yeah. I don't know what that was.
It's a character.
That was Master Chief there. Here we go. Xbox Game Showcase.
I hope they don't spend too much time on Gears 5. I know it's out per year. It's a great game, but oh, UNSC. So Halo.
Oh,
look at that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn up the volume, you guys. We're gonna.
Is that in engine? That looks wonderful.
Exosuit is now complete.
There's a
Even though
code.
This technology will save humanity in the war to come. I must remind myself. Liquid crystal cannot rise on its own. Titanium alloy cannot prevail in the face of extinction. Armor cannot hope. It all means nothing until you step inside.
Press start to start the demo. What if the demo is out today?
I'm pressing start and nothing's happening.
I know, right?
I got my controller right here. 167 days after we lost.
Yep, this is death.
Was that the pilot we heard yet?
Yeah.
No.
Oh wow.
No. Oh wow. This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing. Hold on, Chief.
Wow. That's a good opening.
Action-packed right there.
No. No. You. I can't stand this. Who you are.
Breathe.
No. You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the Banished.
You keep saying that. We're outgunned, outnumbered. I know I saw condors over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with the working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here. Far away.
Wait here.
Oh, please. Let me see what I can find.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look. Together.
Okay, big guy.
That looks beautiful.
Right? And great dynamic, great riding there. And there you go, right in the bottom right, grappling hook confirmed.
With right bumper in this case. Oh, Covenant, baby.
Oh, we got wildlife as well.
Yeah.
Look at those designs. Well, that's interesting. It was right bumper to reload and switch weapons.
Oh, I'm sure you.
What?
Well, right
That
bumper
was
for
the Halo
grappling
Reach
hook.
scheme.
No, it said right bumper to reload.
Yeah. That's what it was on Halo Reach.
No, it was X, I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
Well, right bumper seems to be the interaction as well because he ran up to that and hit right bumper.
If
You know what?
This
They're probably
looks
playing
so
bumper jumper.
Beautiful.
Just so. And look, it definitely looks open world. Look at that wildlife. Oh my god, that map.
Start mission.
Ooh.
Set waypoint. I love the terrain of the map.
Right?
So it is open world.
Definitely looks open world.
Whee! I always have to wee when I do that in Warthog.
I just want to hear the narrator right there just say, I forget what he said.
Yes!
Look at this. Absolutely classic designs, love it.
That's a nice little roll forward.
Ooh, new weapon.
Aim down sight, maybe? He did a zoom.
That is a new weapon.
Did anyone catch the name of that?
Sprinting is still there. He was sprinting.
Yeah, that's sprinting. Oh, look, it's the Banished.
Stuck you. Oh, he's sprinting forward.
Wait, he can run.
Fusion coil. What? Oh, nice. So that's very Halo 3 right there.
Oh, he did the grappling hook to pull himself into the enemy for the melee.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, look at that. What was that, a shotgun? I didn't quite see that.
This is awesome.
Now they're going to show you the landscape.
Yeah.
And everything you see, you can visit.
See that mountain over there?
Imagine if you could look up and just go all to it.
If you look at the map, there's actual waypoints over there.
Also, this music, I don't know if this is coming across on the stream, but that music is just amazing.
Oh, the music is incredible.
It's always been incredible, right? That's one thing that's cool. That gun is sick.
I'm just... Everything here is pressing the right buttons. That's a new weapon. So many new weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like a proper leap after Halo.
Right? Oh, nice.
Morning, Rock.
Rock Druid, good morning. Yes, they got the Halo music going. Oh, grappling hook.
Here we go.
Please fail. Please fail. Oh, they've gotten more confident, those little grunts.
Whoa, he picked it up and threw it.
Nice.
Looks like they have the kind of those, like, those Halo 3 grenades. Like,
yeah.
Dude, Star, this looks incredible, man. Yeah, this...
I think the only original weapon we've seen is the pistol and the AR. Everything else has been new.
At the moment, yeah.
Or variations of things we've seen or haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Yes. I love
like to
that.
see a new enemy.
He said the option to pick up the plasma pistol and the carbine. Those definitely are returning guns. He just hasn't picked them up yet.
Yeah, the plasma pistol's returning. I'd definitely like to see a new enemy.
What's this?
Lost this war months ago.
You gonna fly?
Your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are one step ahead, always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriarchs.
Matt, the bad gamer says, Metro Prime 4, I'm looking good.
Lost. Alone. Here you now stand. This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard. Die well.
Definitely seems like a great hero. Villain, sorry.
Yeah, demo today. Please say demo today.
Holiday
Demo,
20...
come on.
Oh, that looks great.
Game Pass?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, Game Pass.
It was okay.
We hope you enjoyed
Oh,
your first look at Halo
shut.
Infinite. I'm incredibly proud of the team at 343, and we're thrilled to share a hint of the epic battles that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey. This is the most ambitious campaign we've ever created at 343. For the first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last 2 Halo games combined.
Nice.
Halo Infinite has been built from the ground up to take full advantage of Xbox Series X. Bigger battles, epic vistas, more complex visual effects, displayed with 10 times the processing power per pixel of Halo 5. This will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring to life in ways that have never been possible before. We look forward to sharing even more about Halo Infinite in the coming months, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please enjoy a glimpse of what others in the Xbox Game Studios family have been working on.
World premiere.
Okay.
All right.
So no
that
beta
was
announcement.
Nothing on that yet. I don't think they technically need it. I think you just go.
Yeah, here we go.
So what's this?
World premiere.
Looks very
It's a fire.
Right, but it's the it's that zombie
State of Decay.
State of Decay. It looks very State of Decay to me.
It does. I can't tell if this is an engine or not.
It doesn't look it, to be honest.
I don't know, I could see it.
Not for State of Decay, but still.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't look like State of Decay. Like
In engine.
In engine, yeah.
I mean,
that would be nuts if it was like wow, like State of Decay.
This looks an engine.
Yeah, no, this does.
But this looks insanely good in terms of graphical fidelity.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, that water to me just says not in game.
Water and hair, man. Water and hair.
Yeah. I mean, Sea of Thieves did pretty alright, but that's just
Sea of
waves
Thieves
for the most
was some
part.
shit. Like that water was nuts. Like I was like, felt like I was actually fishing.
Yeah. I have no idea what game this
Eating
is.
a wolf. Zombie deer.
Yep.
State of Decay 3. What did I say? What did I say? Yeah. That looks great.
That's really
I
fast
enjoyed
too. State of Decay came out like
a couple years ago, but it was the loading times.
Welcome everyone to the
Yeah.
Xbox Game Showcase.
Yeah, load times were bad.
Today, we're showing games from 9 of our 15 Xbox Game Studios, including unveils of 5 new first-party games. What you will see today is how Xbox Game Studios are harnessing their passions to bring their dreams to life. We believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on. Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover and play, and we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible. So Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today, from your subscription or free to play. These games will look and play best on Xbox Series X, delivering unmatched fidelity, performance, precision, and immersion. And we've designed the most consistently powerful next-generation console. And we've built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision. One studio that has always pushed the limits of our hardware is Turn 10. And they're early in development on the next Forza Motorsport. And Xbox Series X is bringing them closer to their dream of unprecedented realism with ray tracing and native 4K resolution, all at 60 frames per second. The trailer you're about to see was captured completely in-engine.
I've enjoyed the Forza series so much.
they've like Forza. I mean, like I enjoy Horizon, but they've definitely pushed graphics at every turn.
It is a lot easier for graphics on racing games though, because there's not much going on around you.
Right.
I mean,
just
true.
Like why Last of Us 2 looks so amazing because there's not much. I mean, Halo didn't look that graphically impressive, mainly because it was open world and they wanted to keep to 60, which is not a knockoff. I actually prefer them to do that, but open world in massive scale has to sacrifice graphics in order to maintain the frame rate. Just look at Destiny, The Division; it has to happen. But something like this, when it's just minimalistic, it allows you to push those extra polygons and it allows the true, like, photorealistic gameplay. It's a shame it's engine and not actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Now they're saying Forza Motorsport. I don't see a number next to it. Do you think that we're just going to kind of go with here's Forza Motorsport? You know, because they kind of released it every 2 years.
Like
just in
there wasn't 3 different types of Forzas.
Dude, if we got a banjo, I would be so thrilled.
Oh. No, this is Everwild, isn't it?
They also have Cameo. There's a couple of properties that.
Our world
Cameo would be cool.
has a rhythm. We all sense it,
This is rare, like beautiful.
but only a few.
It absolutely
feel
Some of
it.
these images. I don't remember what this was. I think they announced this earlier.
Yeah, no, this is
It is
Everwild.
found in the smallest
Still have
moments.
no idea what this game is.
In every step of a perilous journey. In the symmetry of ritual.
Look at the hair.
In the bonds we share.
Loving the art style here.
And in moments of stillness.
It seems very painted. Is that the right term?
So shaded?
Sort of, yeah.
It teaches us to look beyond the expected.
That
To
was
be a
cool.
light in dark places. To
But
seek
what is it?
answers.
It sort of has some like Ori vibes.
And to stand watch
Almost.
over our world.
Yeah, but I still haven't seen what it is. It's just a trailer, and I don't want to see a trailer. I want to see
Our
gameplay.
world has a rhythm.
Well, this is all in engine. We know that, but yeah, I definitely agree.
And in engine doesn't count for me. It needs to be gameplay. They promise gameplay. I want to see
Truly
gameplay.
feel it.
So Minecraft 2. What's the bets on Minecraft 2?
Like a number 2
Everwild
Minecraft?
will give
Wow.
to you
Yeah.
a magical and untamed natural world for you to explore and
So that's the
just
second
I
game now.
think that'd be
They
hard
haven't
moving people from Minecraft
It's
to
a
it.
place to be eternal.
Well, yeah, no, we'll never see a
An
sequel to
eternal
Minecraft.
has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows
How
through
do you guys feel
nature
about that?
and
The second
connects
game now with
every
no gameplay.
living thing. The team here at Rare
What was
are
the first
so
one?
excited to be
Forza.
working on something
Oh,
like
yeah,
Everwild. And I hope you're excited too. But I just
Oh,
want
I'm
to take
fine
this
with it right now.
opportunity to say a massive, massive thank you
'cause I know
to
how Forza
everyone
plays.
who's shown
Everwild, I'd
their
love to
support and love.
More about.
And for the
I feel like
incredible,
both those titles
awesome,
though are
positive
both like
community that's
late next
already
year.
growing around this game.
So-
Thank you.
Yeah, like if it's close, like we definitely need to see gameplay.
Oh yeah.
Nothing on PSO2 or 14 yet, but Dragon Quest 11 is coming to Xbox.
I just got hit with a flood of
New title? Oh, this is Tell Me Why.
You seeing what I'm seeing?
By Square?
Mom?
No, by Life is Strange developers. Don't nod.
But that's the Square thing.
It doesn't matter
Oh,
Life is Strange.
that they don't believe us.
yeah, no, that's published by Square, but it's not a Square
We all
studio.
believe that what happened that night was self-defense.
So this is Don't Nod, published by
But we couldn't be
Microsoft.
sure.
So
It doesn't matter that they kept us apart.
yeah, it's an exclusive title, by which I mean it's coming to
It
Xbox
doesn't
and PC
matter
only.
that finding the truth feels impossible.
It's a great story about
We're all done with fairy
transgender
tales.
stuff.
The only thing that matters is you're my brother. And the only way to move forward is to keep looking back.
Gun and the kid, like it just seems creepy.
We've been getting these
Um,
visions whenever we see.
So
or
have
hear
you seen the
something
original
really
trailer for this?
emotional.
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's basically
we thought
about
we knew
a
about Mary just got
transgender
thrown out the
man
window.
coming to terms with his mother's loss and all that,
She loved you.
She
and
attacked
his
you.
mother
We
never
both saw
really
it.
accepted who he really was.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
Nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
Always a choice.
I can't do this. Stop!
I guess it's coming soon. Game Pass.
Yep.
Chapter 1.
Yeah, so it's episodic.
And that's fine. That's where another thing that in Game Pass like excels. It's like, okay, cool.
Yep.
What's
this?
Hey everyone.
Oh,
My name
Moon,
is
right.
Gennady.
So
I'm the
this
co-founder
is
and director of technology at Moon Studios. Today
RPG?
we're very excited to tell you that we're working on a very, very special version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, specifically for Xbox Series X. We are now at a time where we can reach levels of fidelity and frame rates previously absolutely impossible on any console. An already gorgeous game like Ori can now run at 120 Hz refresh rate in full 4K HDR in its highest quality, delivering unprecedented game feel with silky smooth animation, super crisp, sharp image, and low input latency, which is just so important for the tight and precise platforming feel of this game. We can also boost the immersion in different spaces in our world by using premium audio tech that we previously just could not simulate in real time. And with all of this crazy hardware power, we can give our players more options with how they want to play our game. We can't wait for all of you to experience this very special
It's an
version
amazing
of
game.
Ori
It
coming
is
to
really
Xbox
good.
Series X with
Yeah,
smart delivery
it's
later
one
this
of the
year.
best titles on Game Pass at the moment.
I think Witcher 3 has that reserved.
Oh, is that on Game Pass?
Chris,
I forgot about
Witcher
that.
3's on Game Pass right now, yeah. But I already
Yeah.
owned it, and I was like, I just never sat down and played it. So Chris and I have been working on that on Saturday.
Private Division, this is that
The furthest reaches of the
Outer
universe
Worlds,
comes
that's the one, yeah.
biggest mystery in the galaxy.
An abandoned research facility, and now shady.
So here you go, here's some gameplay for you.
Marvel of the Gorgon
And the previous
asteroid.
game had gameplay as well.
A sordid
True.
stopover, full of salacious secrets. And
I still haven't played this.
Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking downright unlawful today. With the right kind of case,
They wanted us to develop a miracle drug.
can put you on the wrong side of a gun. Or sword. Or this thing. Thrills.
This thing.
Danger. Intrigue.
A word of advice before you go, Captain? Trust no one.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great thing about these types of games, like, you know,
What
Skyrim,
will you
Fallout.
find
They're never going
on
anywhere.
Gorgon.
This unit cannot bring you any drinks in its current state.
Okay, I guess an expansion. Cool.
I love funny drones.
Give me something new.
If you're
Grounded.
waiting
Oh yeah.
for the biggest game,
Yeah, so this
of
comes
the
out
year,
this month.
then wait for Cyberpunk.
This is actually available to play now.
But if you're ready for the smallest, we've got you covered. From Obsidian Entertainment,
Did you guys actually play the
makers of
beta for
games
this?
That are nothing like this
Oh,
one.
it's really great.
Isn't it available right now on the Xbox One to play?
No, the
This
beta
summer,
was, I believe this is coming out
strive
next
together
week, the 28th or something.
Thrive together, or just feed your friend to the
It's
spiders
in the Summer Fest listing, if I'm
and
not
go
mistaken.
solo.
Ladybug!
Survival element, Alex. Survival game, sorry. Yeah, there you go, July 28th, next week.
Honey,
At Obsidian,
I
we're
shot the
dedicated to
kids.
pushing narrative and role-playing games. It's something we do every day when we come to the office, and we can't wait for you to play our next great adventure, Parallel.
David had the same
thought.
thought.
Of 2 planned story expansion packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with
Great
our
minds
friends
think
in
alike.
the private division. Now, it's also important that we continue to evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that. The team has been working for the last 2 years on how to tell an Obsidian story within a survival
Oh,
game.
right, Alex.
Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game Preview and on Steam Early Access. We want to hear from you, and we want to continue to build Grounded together. Oh yeah, if you've been wondering, we have been working on that next big Obsidian RPG.
Was that Battletoads?
Check this out.
No, it was Battletoad in the Grounded game. Was the figurine.
Yeah, no, well, that's what I meant. It was a Battletoad, yeah.
So what is this?
Next big Obsidian RPG.
We have always known war.
Looks like
I'm
Middle
already
Earth.
excited.
It forged our empire. Turned heroes into queens and kings.
Very high.
And decimated our foes.
Just be strolling along one day and just get hit by a random arrow.
Now our oaths.
Hey, that guy's a G. That's a pretty impressive.
And you must face the monsters.
He just awoke the undead.
Our sins have
Oh, that's
borne
cool.
I like this already.
Sort of like Bioshock feels.
worth the weight of a crown.
Avowed. Interesting.
Nice.
Xbox Series X Windows PC. So my guess is that's going to be a couple years from now, because they said they're, you know, like if it's in a couple years, that's when we'll start seeing Xbox Series X like full numbers.
Well, I think 2021 is when we're going to start
Avowed
seeing
is an
next gen
expansive
only games.
first-person RPG set
And
in
they
the
said 2 years
fantasy
at
world
least.
of Eora. When Obsidian Entertainment joined Xbox Game Studios, they told us that this epic game is the one they want to make. As creators of critically acclaimed RPGs, this is Obsidian at their best, and it is being built from the ground up to take full advantage of the power of Xbox Series X. At Xbox Game Studios, we
you need
also
those,
work with
those
independent
stuff that's
developers,
focused
always
on
with the
forward, you
goal
know.
of empowering
Yeah.
Give me
them
something to
to
look
bring
forward to in
their
2022
ideas to life.
right now.
I'm excited to announce our work.
I
with
will tell you,
Interior
I will be
Night, a
super
new
disappointed
studio led by
if
some
I
of the
can't,
most
like, if I
talented
can't open up that game and
storytellers
just
in
shoot
our industry.
halfway across the
Let's
map.
meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
So is this another game?
Bonjour, I'm Caroline
Yeah, another
from
game.
Interior Night. Our team
This is
is
an
really
independent studio.
passionate about interactive
Okay.
storytelling because when you play a story, you step into the character's shoes.
So far, though, guys, outside
You
of
get to
Halo, has there
experience
been
their
any
fears,
consequences?
their hopes, their conflicts firsthand, and in the process,
I mean, Halo
you
has
learn more
definitely been the
about
highlight.
yourself.
I mean, outside
And
of
this is
Halo.
quite powerful. Our
Ah.
first game spans 30 years in the American South.
From the presentation, not
It's
the
a story
pre-show.
about family, resilience,
Yeah, I'm trying
and
to think.
sacrifice.
There isn't.
But most of
Not
all,
for me, anyway.
It's about how
State of
men
Decay 3
will
was
shape
pretty
the
good.
fate of
I mean,
But that wasn't
real
gameplay.
lives
Yeah.
I didn't see gameplay.
trying
so-
to
I know how
find
the
their
game
way
plays, though.
in a world they don't fit
I
in.
like
Yeah.
it. If they have that
I
visual
hope you enjoyed
fidelity
the
for
trailer.
3,
Still, though,
That
if
could be
you're sitting down watching this for the first
World
time and you're
premiere.
thinking about going into an Xbox,
oh no, nothing's yet.
I mean, Halo is definitely the system seller right now.
Flush and smile and fade. I haven't seen you much of late. I need you now. Cannot wait. Don't wanna look. You're not around.
We were
Again, another
raised
game with a
by
really
Jackson.
great art style.
For our family, it was just a stopover.
An interactive drama. It makes me kind of think of what we've seen on PlayStation.
Eric was really good.
It was the end of the road.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on
I like
all of
money.
us that day. Was it fate? Coincidence? No.
Like
It was a long forgotten secret.
Yeah, really
buried
great
in the
art style.
dark.
All my life, I've been scared of the shadows. But now, I'm finally ready to step into the light.
So do we think this is more like a visual novel than an actual...
Yeah.
Which is great. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, not trying to diminish visual novels or that
Here
part
at
of the
Ninja Theory,
game.
we're
You're
hard
into
at
that?
work
Great.
on all
Ninja
of our
Theory.
projects, including
Sorry,
Senua's
Hellblade
Saga
2?
Hellblade 2,
Yeah.
which we announced at the Game Awards back in December.
Or Bleeding Edge.
An incredible 3.5 million players have now experienced Senua's story in Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. We're excited to start giving you an insight into what comes next for our Celtic warrior, an experience that we'll be building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC. I'm happy to reveal today that Senua's Saga will be set in the beautiful country of Iceland. And you can find
Give
out
us gameplay,
more
come on.
about our location scouting and how we've discovered the history of our setting in a brand new behind-the-scenes development diary, which you can view straight after the show on the Ninja Theory YouTube channel.
I actually really enjoyed Dev Diaries, not gonna lie.
Oh, I do too. There's so much thought that's easy to get lost in when playing
It's
games.
been so touching
But
to
you
see
notice
the
when it's
impact that
missing, but when
Hellblade:
you see,
Senua's
like, that,
Sacrifice has had on so many
such
players.
that intention.
And we're incredibly thankful to
Yeah.
all of the fans that have been part of Senua's story so far. And we're excited for you to be part of our development journey from here on out.
Oh, they didn't say if it was an engine or real time or anything. That's annoying.
Yeah.
What?
This about sums up how I'm feeling right now.
Oh, Double Fine.
20 years.
Do you want to say hi to Peter? He's on the line
What?
here.
Peter? Peter's been sitting there the whole time? Hey, who wrote the song?
Peter.
Oh, Peter. Fantastic work.
I was just gonna be Jack Black recording the song. I saw this on YouTube the other week.
Now
It's hilarious.
To rock. Shall we start rocking?
Probably been a long time since you've had a
Yes,
visit.
Psychonauts 2, yeah.
I hope you don't mind pop-ins.
So about a week or two ago, Jack Black uploaded a video of him singing a song to his YouTube channel. I believe that's what we're seeing now. The actual in-game.
Neither skin nor bone. Just
I'm a big Jack Black fan.
Oh yeah.
I've really enjoyed his career.
There's been very little that he's done that I haven't enjoyed.
Frozen feeling when my friends pulled me back up. I started healing. Now I can feel out the
Really great song as well.
the flow of time. Been so tense, but now I sense a reason to this rhyme. And I can smell the universe, and I can taste the sky, and I can see each molecule through my cosmic eye.
Well, some gameplay there.
Is Psychonauts 1 on Game Pass yet?
I don't know. It makes sense if it's not to make that an like, hey, play one now.
Yeah. Because I've yet to play the first one.
I never did.
Unlocking all my memories.
When did it release? I feel like it was like over a decade ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
The original PlayStation.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
Might announce a remaster version then.
Yeah, Psychonauts, and what was the other one? Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal Legend 2 announced at the same time. Yeah, that'd be funny. Game Pass, yeah. Oh wow.
Whew. So, chat, are you blown away yet?
We can't wait for you to experience the amazing
Speak to us.
games built by Xbox Game Studios. And there is just so much more for you
Partnerships
to
and
play
ecosystem.
on Xbox. We are partnering with thousands of creators, from the
I like the
largest
shirt.
publishers to the smallest independent developers,
Yep.
to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just geographically, but in history too. I'm
Yes.
thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie
Here we
will bring
go.
Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass.
Yes, Game Pass.
If you are one of the more than 10 million Game
Told you
Pass
it was
subscribers,
happening.
you also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September. For Game Pass Ultimate
Current.
members, Destiny 2 will also be playable on mobile from the cloud. Later this year, Bungie will also release a new version of Destiny 2 that is optimized for Xbox Series X. 4K resolution running at 60 frames per second. Here's an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
All right, Beyond Light stuff. I like this.
Here we go. New gameplay.
I like that snow effect.
I've seen terrible things born out in the darkness. Every moment brings
All
them
of this looks
closer.
great.
Yeah.
It's time to step beyond the light.
Cool. You can actually jump on it?
Yeah.
That is amazing. New platform opportunities right there. This is what? How is this not going to break Crucible?
That looks great. That looks so great. Oh, yeah, the stranger is a part of the story. Again.
Yeah.
This is Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want
But only
thanks
current.
to Xbox Game Pass. Some of the
Beyond
world's
Light
most
won't be
inspired
either.
developers are
Ah,
working
no,
on
they just
games
said
for
it.
Xbox Series
Launching
X.
on
We're
Game
just
Pass.
honored to be able to collaborate with them. Xbox Series X will empower both new and experienced creators
The Game
to
Pass
bring
thing is
the
gonna be
future of
huge.
games to life. Like
Right.
You
never
don't need to buy the
before.
DLCs. Just
Unique
go nuts. Have
perspectives,
fun.
Yeah.
unexpected innovations, and fresh voices that demand to
And
be
that'll come
heard,
to
and
PC,
that
no
we
doubt,
can't wait
right?
for you
Yeah.
to discover.
Destiny on PC?
Yeah.
All of the games
Oh,
you're
wait,
about
no,
to
there's no
see
Game Pass
are
on
being
Steam.
built to launch
So-
Not yet, at least.
exclusively
There's some-
on Xbox
Hmm.
consoles. Thanks and enjoy.
World premiere.
I love that voice.
Console launch exclusive.
So yeah, it's coming to PC, but it's launching exclusively on Xbox. Weird terminology, but
Yeah, whatever.
It's the door.
it's a game world.
Just not a big guy of horror.
I like this city.
I mean, this is CGI, right? No way this is in game. Or in engine.
Let me be happy for a second.
It looks too good.
Hush.
Also, it's letterboxed as well.
Remnant?
Let the man have a moment.
This looks amazing.
Whoa. Didn't expect that. What is happening?
I don't know. But
I don't
this
know.
is- I like
It
this.
feels sort of like medium, but I don't know. They've already shown off medium.
Better not be Daisy.
What is that thing?
I don't know, Newhart. Newhart's like, did I take acid?
That was E.T. waiting to phone home.
This is actually still Destiny.
Stalker 2. I've never played Stalker. I have. All right.
Stalker is really good. The first one was great on PC, but it was released like years ago, like 25 years ago. It was amazing. Second one is good. I'm excited for that.
Another console launch exclusive?
Well, you already like the aesthetic of what you were saying.
Yep. Like I like this one. Have flashlights.
Looks so good.
Man, what if this is 16? Final Fantasy 16.
My Lord Inquisitor.
You're making my heart flutter again.
On our investigations. Our recon squad has been sent into sub-level 6 of the Hive to determine the full extent of the unrest.
That looks ridiculously good.
I refuse to believe this is gameplay.
Wow.
Just what?
Warhammer Dark Tide?
They make it back.
Warhammer generally has like an over-the-top isometric view type of thing, so it'll probably be.
What if it was like a first-person like
world premiere?
I don't know.
That would be cool,
I would
'cause I
have
have that
seen some gameplay. We did not do that there.
Another console launch.
Ethan Guardsman versus Chaos.
So correct me if I'm wrong. They said at the top of the show everything announced today is coming to Game Pass, right?
I think so, or for the most part.
What, at the beginning?
Yeah, like during Phil Spencer's bit.
All first-party titles are coming to Game Pass.
Okay. Well, I mean, everything I've seen so far has had Game Pass with it. I don't know what to say here.
This looks like a cool game.
Yeah.
I'm really liking the photorealistic graphics. The head bobbing is actually adding to the.
Is this Tetris?
Oh, it's Tetris!
It's Tetris! No way!
What? Tetris with friends. Wasn't there like a Tetris game called like it was like a battle royale thing? What is going on? They have like different size blocks.
I mean, they've been pushing Tetris for a number of years now, trying to innovate.
Optimized single player, all new multiplayer. Great.
Okay.
World premiere.
Coming to Game Pass. There you go.
Finally. Let's get it. Let's do this. Final Fantasy.
No, it wouldn't be. It's a console launch exclusive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. Just in case.
I can dream. We can dream. You got 15 minutes, so like.
What we got?
Just looks
Another
interesting.
good for nothing space rock.
Whoa. Hold on, let me check.
Well, there's gameplay right there.
Find anything good?
Yep.
Bex, you're not gonna believe this.
Very unique art style.
Ouch! What the?
Yeah.
Sort of reminds me of Grounded a bit, but different. Oh, that's cool.
It's like Super Mario Sunshine. You know, you just gotta go clean up the planet.
Yeah.
While it tries to eat you.
Pretty much. So you're healing the planet so it can grow.
That's cool. Very good monster design, or enemy design, or whatever you want to call it.
The dark and gritty reboot of Super Mario Sunshine. The gunk. The gunk.
It came from below.
Another Game Pass game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Another
was
console launch exclusive, but not a world premiere. Blooper. What did Blooper do?
I don't know, but I've heard of them.
I think they make medium. Yeah, they make medium. Yeah, this is medium. I'm pretty sure.
Well, the moth just got burned.
This medium made me uncomfortable. It's like, oh.
It all starts with a dead girl. A forest. The moon. Scent of pines.
So I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure Blooper made the Blair Witch Project and stuff like that. The game, not the movie.
Where is my Anime 2?
Every story has two sides. A regular, rational one, but also a darker and deeper truth. Not unlike a nightmare.
I mean, I can dig this game.
I can see both.
Yeah. Well, something
That's not my
that's
kind of
cool
style.
about
It's
this.
not my kind of game. Like I'm just, yeah. I'm not gonna
link them.
Yeah. So this is medium, by the way. Something cool about this game that you're seeing right now is you can actually like switch immediately between two different planes.
Nice.
No loading times.
Hello?
So that's something that the developers say you can only do on next-gen hardware.
Yeah.
Next gen Xbox or next gen Xbox
Hardware.
and PS?
Oh yeah, PS5 should be able to do that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Might be limited to PCs with SSDs only as well, but yeah, no, it definitely not possible without with current gen hardware.
Oh, it's actually different people.
I think it's
Well,
the same person too.
yeah.
That's her the upside down.
So Brian, you're streaming this, right?
Yeah, we're on YouTube right now. You coming?
No, I mean you're gonna stream this game when it comes out.
I don't want to become like, oh man, I would swear so much. I don't like my kind of games, man. Ugh.
Tell you what, I've been tempted to stream every Halloween and just chickened out.
World premiere.
Alien Isolation.
Oh yeah.
Final Fantasy, come on.
It's
No, console launch.
Sega.
Ooh, Sega. PSO?
It's Sonic.
Is it?
No.
No, it's Phantasy Star. Same with Phantasy Star. PSO 20th anniversary. They redid.
Nice.
Is PSO remastered?
It looks like it. Cause
A brand new, expansive world. Holy crap! Holy effing crap!
Well, it
Holy
can't be
crap
a
and
brand new.
frack.
It's remastered.
Holy freaking frack! I knew something was coming. Is this like a single player Fantasy Star? Or? Look at that action combat.
I don't know, but I got the chills. I'm actually
Unknown threats. Oh, it's multiplayer down in the corner. Is this Phantasy Star 3? Online 3? Freaking frack. Ethan, you better be ready.
Could be.
This looks so freaking amazing.
The UI is really small.
What if this is like PSO 2, like massive upgrade? Like, dude.
I mean, if this is a complete like redoing of PSO2, that would be insane. But I think it's going to be a sequel.
Console launch exclusive for Xbox. So, True Adventure starts now. Is this out now?
Right now.
That'd be nice.
Right now.
No way. Right. Bye, chaps.
You're gone.
Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis coming 2021, baby.
Well, that's not right now.
No.
Disappoint.
I got you baited. That was you bait.
Luis Torres. I've seen your
Console
future.
exclusive.
Once again.
That's what Phantasy Star Online 2's kind of been building to. And the fact that they're branding it Phantasy Star Online 2, character carries forward, maybe? 2021, that's why they got to get all the content done Yes.
Oh, this is Crossfire X.
Yeah, they showed
Great
campaign.
Yeah. So the multiplayer is made by Smilegate. The campaign is made by Remedy, the developers of
And this is
Control
gonna
and
be
Alan Wake.
Insane. I mean, anything that Remedy does is top notch.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
One of my favorite developers in the gaming industry, bar none. They are amazing.
Yeah.
They can do really good stories.
Did you happen to play the multiplayer beta?
I didn't. I never got in.
So that was interesting. I don't know if you saw at the bottom of the screen there. It said multiplayer is free, Xbox Live Gold required. That sort of ruins some of my hype.
They need to get rid of that requirement. I think it's time.
They got rid of the year 12-month subscription, which sort of sparked rumors about them ending it or rolling it into Game Pass.
I mean, it could be when they made
already
this.
in Game Pass. It's already in Game Pass.
Well, it's in Game Pass Ultimate.
Today, you saw
yeah.
10 world premieres and 22 console launch exclusives. Game Pass members can play every game you have
Fable.
seen today.
Come on, where's Fable?
From Xbox Game Studios and all of our partners in the subscription or free to play. This is just a peek at some of the new titles coming to Xbox Series X. And some of the games you already love and some you have
That
yet
was
to
Gears
play
Tactics.
will
Did you see
also
that?
be
Yeah, it was Gears
optimized for Xbox Series X. Games like Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, and Sea of Thieves. You'll get the next-gen upgrades at no additional cost when they launch. You can expect a lineup of over 100 titles for Xbox Series X this holiday season. With Series X and Game Pass, Xbox is the place to play, and you are at the center of everything we do. Now, you may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox game studios today. That means we'll have more to share later this year. But until then, here's one more thing.
Come on, Fable.
World premiere.
Where's Fable?
This has to go out with a bang.
Yeah, you have to
I need Fable. If it's not Fable, I'll yell.
Playground.
Where's my... Yes! Fable!
The world is filled with stories of legendary heroes and treacherous villains, of fantastical creatures and wondrous places.
I like how this looks so far.
Where nature,
Yep.
magic,
Slightly disappointed it's not Stephen Fry doing the voiceover.
not all stories have but yours has yet to be.
That was awesome.
It's finally announced. It's real.
Oh, that was great. That was a great tones.
All right. Phantasy
So this is
Star
just
New
a-
Genesis, baby.
Yeah. All in all, there wasn't that much. So there was Halo, there was Fable, there was Destiny, there was Phantasy Star Online. Beyond that, though, there wasn't that much.
I really liked that game by Yuji Naka from Square Enix.
That too, yeah. But that was pre-show, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
right. It's based on this.
Yeah.
The Remedy showing was actually quite nice, I thought, and still
Oh,
continuing
yeah,
with
that's
it as well.
too. Yeah.
But will any of them
Phantasy
shift
Star,
consoles? That is the question.
The
Well,
I don't know if they're trying to sell consoles. Like they just want. I think they want to sell you into the ecosystem.
Yeah, I
But
think
they're
that's what
on-
they're
like.
on
It
now.
doesn't. Okay, buy the console or don't buy the console. But oh, guess what? You got your Game Pass. You know, boom. Like play where you are, because it's just gonna be. It's too. It would be so hard, especially in a digital age. Like, hey, you got all these digital PlayStation games to like abandon that, right? So no, it has only gotten harder, and they really, with them being in last place this generation, it's like, yeah, how do you do it? Like, well, you just remove the barriers. So it's like, buy the console, don't buy the console. Like the console will be the the best place to play video games in this fall. However, like that's if you want to opt in for that experience. If you don't, you can play where you are.
Yeah.
If you got a PC, if you got internet, or you want a console. Yeah, Chili.
So
5 out of 10
Destiny.
here. If I rated it by games, I love what I saw with Halo. Love what I saw with Phantasy Star. Fable, clearing at the end. Am I missing a game that I was excited about other than those three?
Final Fantasy 14.
They didn't announce it. Oh,
unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Chili UK says 5 out of 10 for him.
Yeah, I think that feels about right. I think that's fair. I think I like what I see. I'm not sitting here. I'm not down on it. 6 out of 10. Let's do a rating. I would go 5 out of 10. Nick, what do you say?
I'm biased because of Halo 7.
7. Chaos.
I'm gonna say a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Mainly because there was a lot of dark atmospheric games that they showed towards the end that actually really is my feel. Yeah. And the PSO just got me super hyped.
Oh, dude, PSO. That new Genesis is all like, it's so great. We're not gonna have to wait for it. I think that's why it's so important they get the roadmap. Ethan, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna capture some footage. We'll either toss it up here live for a PSO radio follow up, or we'll do it on Ginger Prime or something like that, because I know that there's a lot of excitement around that, and that might draw in a bigger crowd, because we have more subscribers at Ginger Prime than we do at Ginger Gaming Radio right now. So be sure to subscribe. Guys, where can they find you? Nick, where can you be found?
At the moment, twitch.tv/Ukumio. That's my main place at the moment.
And Nick, Chaos, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube at ChaosPrime YTZ, and you can also find me on Twitch at the same name, ChaosPrime YTZ.
Their links are in the description of this. And guys, we're going to wrap the show. There's so much that we need to talk about. We might do some breakout things around certain specific topics, so just kind of pay attention to that. Be sure, check out your feeds. Lots to do, lots to say. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thank you, guys, for Nick and Chaos hanging out with me. Be sure to go give these guys a follow. Fantastic individuals and great content creators all around. Love you faces. We'll see you next time.